Something hunts these mountains, shaped from myth. Formed by the spirit of the mountain man, he lives by the way he hunts. Born of the mountains, blood of the Indian, he survives by hawking and longbow. He's alone, he's free, he's forged by the elements. Journey with the last of a breed, Sasquatch, Mountain Man. For Laramy Sasquatch Miller, the ultimate quest of his life on the trail has been the hunt for fur and pelts. And he's taken up where his old mountain man predecessors left off, setting his traps to capture the brown gold the beaver carries on its back. Now, it's south from beaver country to the land of the Texicans, to add wild hog to the winter larder.
Well, instead of Sasquatch mingling with the grizzly bears and the elk and the mule deer, this week I decided to change it up, and I'm mingling with the snakes and the pigs. Hey, it's all fun.
There's no better place for Sasquatch to look for hogs in Texas. The most explosively expanding big game animal on the continent, hogs find ideal habitat in the state and are estimated to number between 2 and 3.5 million today, and leaving their mark.
You know, it's amazing, those hogs. They destroy so much crop and stuff every year. They're ruthless little critters. The best way to tell how fresh these wallows are is you look. And when you got standing water like that, the rule of thumb is if it's still murky, they've been there within the last 12 hours. And you can see there's still a couple of these little wallows that they have that are still murky, so they were here last night or early this morning. Pretty cool.
In Texas, hogs do over $50 million in agricultural damage each year.
You see where they've been tearing it up and eating the roots. It's just a matter of time. It's getting really hot today. It's got to be pushing 90 degrees. My best bet in the middle of the day like this is to sit next to water. If you look down here, you can see those hogs have been wallowing in this mud a ton. And what that does is it cools them down, but it also works as sunscreen for them. So they have to come to the mud to cool down and to get that mud on them to protect them from the sun. I'm just gonna hunker down and see if I can't get lucky.
Laramy is shucking his buckskins in the heat, but the old mountain man had to look hard for clothes to wear. A greenhorn might come into the country dressed in store-bought, but it soon wore out and he'd switch to buckskin. Icy in the winter and sweltering in the summer, it did wear like iron. Buckskin leather was also useful for knife sheaths and rifle scabbards. As for fringes, they were decoration, although some say they helped hide a mountain man's shape in the timber. Elk was a main source of durable leather, while buffalo robes were used for warmth. Hats were made of felt, and high fashion was definitely in the eyes of the beholder. In cold weather, there was nothing like the hooded capote, sewn from a wool blanket. For Sasquatch, the wild hog hunt has turned into a waiting game. One which the swirling winds are doing their best to ruin.
Rough conditions right now. That wind keeps swirling a little bit. Them hogs have such a good nose. They can't see real well. They can hear all right, but their nose is their main defense. But that wind's swirling. I'm better off sitting back at camp.
For Laramy, the hike back to camp turns into a hog hunt when he finds fresh sign along the trail. Laramy has to hope that one of the hogs halts in its tracks. The Republic of Texas and the empire of the wild boar, with upward of 3 million hogs for Laramy Sasquatch Miller to hunt. A sounder is on the run in front of him, but he needs one stop long enough to get a shot.
I guess I should have shot the first little piglet I saw. I was waiting to get the big sow, but that's what happens when you're picky.
Tell you what, old Sasquatch ain't used to this. It's so hot out here. My panties feel like I just jumped in a swimming pool. But what are you gonna do? Keep on keeping on.
As much as wild hogs love this country, it is not their native home. Hogs are an exotic, like that carp there, and first came here from the old world with the Spanish explorers. Not a hopeful sign, but a better one might be lying ahead.
Will you look at that? And folks, that right there is what it's all about. I mean, doing this, living in the mountains like I do, I get to see some of the coolest things Mother Nature has in store for us. I mean, that deer's not more than a couple days or a week old at the most. I don't even think it's that old, a couple days. It's pretty cool. If you're deer hunting, we'd be in pretty good shape. That's the way it usually works. If I was deer hunting, all I'd see is hogs. Now that I'm hog hunting, all I'm seeing is deer. Old Ma Nature, she likes to throw curveballs at me all the time. You know, back in the day, the Indians and the mountain men, they had to make do with whatever they had. And they made what's called cordage, which is also rope. Right here, I've got cedar. And cedar actually makes really good cordage. Any kind of bark that is fibrous, you can make cordage out of it. Some of it's stronger than others and works better than others, but just know your surroundings, do a little research whenever you're gonna go somewhere, just in case. You never know. It's a great tip to have. Check that out. I think the wife would even like that bracelet, and it took me 2 minutes to make.
The hogs may be staying clear of Sasquatch, but they're leaving plenty of sign for him.
Back home in the Sasquatch woods, bears will tear logs up like this. What they're doing is they're looking for termites, ants, whatever other bugs, grubs, whatever else is in there. But here, them hogs do. You can tell them hogs done rooted this log all the heck. They're around. Sasquatch just got to find them. You see, there's some hog beds. It's kind of funny how them hogs, they'll burrow themselves kind of down in the ground so that they're flat with the ground so they can see better. Plus the ground's a lot cooler when you get down a little bit. They're smart critters. They're a lot smarter than people give them credit for.
There's one insect hogs are smart enough to give a wide berth.
Those little suckers right there may not be very big, but they carry one heck of a bite. Those fire ants have been known to kill calves, fawns, pigs, whatever. Right as they're born, they crawl up on them and pretty much eat them. They bite you, you'll know it. Texas got all kinds of creepy crawlies down here that everything will bite you.
By the campfire, Sasquatch contemplates how everything in Texas either bites, scratches, sticks, or stings.
You definitely don't want that little sucker crawling in your bedroll. Be a rude awakening.
Here, the rule is, the smaller the pinchers, the deadlier the sting. And this boy's got mitts small enough to tie the laces on a gnat's shoes. Down here in Texas, it's on the hot side of hog killing weather. And when Sasquatch gets a herd in front of him, the big ones keep going. In camp, he hopes he won't be sharing his bedroll with unwelcome guests. They call it jackrabbit starvation. What happens with a diet without fat?
What I got here is I've got some flank fat here and then some jerky. You can't survive off of wild game alone. It's too lean. You won't get the fat necessary to keep your body warm in the winter. So what I'm doing is I'm making pemmican. And you take your fat and you take your jerky and you either grind them up or cut them up really fine and mix them together. That way you got best of both worlds. You got wild game and you got fat. So what I do when I finish cutting up my fat and my jerky and got it mixed together, I like to let it sit. Let them kind of mix together. Then I put it in my pouch and I'm ready to use it on the trail.
The key to hunting hogs in hot weather, Laramy knows, is staking out water.
There's a big boar on the edge of the trees over on the other side of this little pond right here. I guarantee he's gonna head straight for that pond. I'm gonna see if I can get to the edge before he gets there.
It's a good boar, but he's holding up out of range. Now, the boar heads back into cover.
That's about Sasquatch's luck. Someone just spooked that hog. I know it wasn't me. I got the wind perfect. There got to be some more pigs or something in that brush right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit right here and wait for an hour or so and see if more pigs don't come out, because I know I didn't spook that pig.
like a self-fulfilling prophecy, a hog herd moves out into the open.
Well, that was freaking awesome. First off, this big boar comes down. For some reason, he just ran off, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Well, then heard something in the woods. Sure enough, here come about 20 pigs, as you saw. I picked the biggest pig out and shot. About 120 yards with his old hawking. That's what I'm talking about, pork chops tonight, baby.
Texas has become the wild hog mecca of the country, and it's where Laramy Sasquatch Miller has come to end his season by trying to hang some pork on the meat pole. It's time now to see if his hawking connected.
Oh, pork chops, baby. As warm as it is, I'm gonna take it right back to camp right now. I'll gut it out because I want to save the stomach in case I want to cook something with the stomach. Good to go. Mountain men back in the day, they didn't really have hogs down. Every once in a while a hog would get loose from a caravan, whatever. If they saw it, they'd shoot it, eat it. But I guarantee you, if they did have an abundance of them back then, they'd use the hide just like I'm going to use now. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll take and flesh this hide, stake it out to dry. I like to let the meat hang. As warm as it's been, it's going to be interesting. I'll have to keep checking it. If the flies start bloating it, then I'm going to have to cut it up and, cook it and dry it. It's crazy, these old hogs. They got what's called a shield on their front shoulders and their neck. It's from when they're fighting and whatnot. But they've got gristle, and their hide is a lot thicker, but they've got gristle really thick on their shoulders. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's 3 times as thick as the back end. A little bit of my Sasquatch special seasoning on there. Can't tell you what it is, or I'd have to kill you. But I can promise you it's going to be good. That's gourmet Squatch cooking right there, buddy. Woo. It's hot, but I tell you what, it tastes awesome. This year was a interesting year. Definitely had its ups and its downs. And I finish up here with one of the best meals I've ever had. Some hog ribs over an open fire. I do believe the old mountain men would be proud. I'm gonna keep living my lifestyle and trying to pass along the last of a breed, the mountain man.
A figure in the moonlight breaks trail up on the divide, hawking in hand. He's hunting for the old ways on the high, lonesome peaks, and he will find them in the moccasin prints of the mountain men.